Data shows that by 2010, close to half of all retail sales in the U.S. will be influenced by the web. Okay? The web allows smaller stores to actually tap in to a company's entire range, and even to the supplier's range, and extend that aisle, cross-channel capabilities. I go online in the comfort of my home when I have time, do some research, buy something. But then I don't want to pay shipping charges, and I don't necessarily want to wait. I want to have an immediacy of purchase. So I drive in the store and it's ready to go. I'm in, I'm out. So you've given me more information, you've empowered me to shop when I want to shop, and I'm not paying premium for it. Very powerful stuff. As you grow sales on the web, the cost that you invest to get your capability up and going, a website, a customer service capability, a fulfillment operation, you amortize that relatively quickly, and once you've paid that back, your contribution margin from incremental sales is much higher than a physical store's contribution margin. And that the web is, again, a great tool because it really connects disparate demand with disparate supply. So if you got out of stock, or sorry, end of season products that you try to clear out, in a store's catchment area, the probability that somebody that's going to be in the market for that specific product is diminished. But once you expose that product to your entire population of online buyers, you have much better throughput behavior. So let's look at what's happening with online shopping here in Australia. Okay, here's some data and some projections looking at 2009. Now you can see the US is expected to have about 9% growth in e-commerce. Okay, it's a maturing market. The UK, we're seeing about 14% growth. Okay, we see some high growth in India, in China. We're doing some work in those countries with some e-commerce strategy projects. Real low-hanging fruit, but much less infrastructure than what we have here in Australia. Okay, in terms of credit card ubiquity, in terms of payment processing, in terms of fulfillment. So the forecasters reckon we'll get about 25% growth in e-commerce here in Australia. Other interesting things about e-commerce in your segment in Australia. If you look at some of the recent history, okay, so we know that Coles made an acquisition with a pharmacy, pure play e-commerce retailer. I think we all know the history about what's happened there as well, but the significant thing, I think, is that that retailer was doing close to $50 million on the web through e-commerce here in this country. Anecdotally, I've heard the figure in pharmacy is roughly 10%. Okay, this is something that I just looked at earlier today. So we've got here BRW's Fast 100, high growth companies. Okay? Number 55, pharmacy online. Just under $6 million in turnover, but 70% growth almost. Okay, so this is happening here in Australia. This is real stuff, and I believe this certainly will impact your business. Okay, we've done some research in terms of the current landscape in Australia. Okay, we looked at the top 40 retailers as published by Inside Retailing, and how many of those leverage the web with e-commerce. Okay, 24% is the number we've come up with, and this is recent. We did this just in the last month or so. Importantly, that number I think would come down when you think of the different banners within the retailer. So that includes Woolworths, for example. Okay, they're not online in all their banners. Okay, so Dan Murphy's, they don't have e-commerce, and again, that number would come down. 56% of those retailers allow customers to buy online and return in store. That really is just a bare minimum requirement in the US and the UK right now. You have to offer that capability to your competitor, or they will not have a satisfied shopping experience. This is quite positive. 48% of the e-commerce retailers in Australia offer international capabilities. So that's something that we believe is actually a bit ahead of the curve. A lot of US retailers have been focused on their home market. Now they're expanding offshore because of the slowdown in growth. So just a few retailers we all know that are actually enabling online retailing in some of the key categories. Okay? So we see a lot of growth in terms of video being put on the web, how-to videos. I think that's very relevant for the business you're in. Okay? Help people better understand how to manage their health problems. Okay? That's a great reason for them to go to your website. Some of the work that we're seeing with Feel Good Guide, okay, in terms of very edited solutions, very much around solution-oriented shopping. That's the sort of content and information that would very much lend itself to the web. Okay, give people a reason to go to your site because they want to learn more about solving a problem, not about buying an item. Okay, the web is great in that context. The whole direct marketing through using someone's email address has a very strong correlation to getting that traffic cost effectively to your website, not spending a ton of money on more expensive tactics such as banner ads and affiliate programs and search engine optimization. Okay? Also, make it easier for people to give you their information on your website. Okay? Make it personal. If they go to your website, let them see their name. Let them know that it's their experience. Okay? The whole fulfillment piece and the whole customer service piece is very important. Okay? We really believe that you've got to carefully manage customers' expectations and make the process efficient and seamless, and let them know when things are shipping. Let them know when they should expect to see it. Okay? Proactively communicate and manage the process. Since online shopping is maturing here in Australia, there's still going to be folks that will have certain apprehensive tendencies because they haven't done it. And the catalog channel hasn't been used as much here as it's been used in the US and Canada and other markets. Okay? So people aren't as accustomed to buying remotely, okay, with direct buying. Again, loyalty, very significant success factor. Marketing plans to support that revenue projection. So how will you proactively get people to your site? The web business is very formulaic. By that I mean it's just a numbers game. It's the number of people you can get to your site. What percentage of those people will you convert into a sale? And then how can you maximize that average transaction? Again, things that make people buy more and have a better experience offline should be thought through on the web. What makes a great website? Well, what makes a great store? Okay, it's about clean site lines. It's about easily navigating my way through the different choices. It's about great product information. It's about cross-selling. Okay, it's about upselling. Okay, offering alternatives, offering information. The bottom line, the web is here. Okay, the web's not going to go away, and it's here to stay. Consumers really like the web. It solves a lot of consumer-focused problems. The whole model of multi-channel shopping has been proven overseas, and there's some great learnings that retailers in Australia can tap into. So for retailers that really want to be ahead of the curve on this and really see this as a great way to grow the business and move forward, you're in a much better position than your counterparts overseas were 10 years ago, because there's been some great learnings and a lot of costly insights that have come through that trial and error process. So our view is tap into those and get there faster.